Coach, it's the NFL on EA Sports, and there you get a look at Paul Brown Stadium on the banks of the Ohio River in Cincinnati. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Oakland Raiders and the Cincinnati Bengals. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. On first down, it's Darnold. Leaping, and he makes the grab.
One thing we do know, he's going to get his catches. So as they move forward defensively, got to continue to focus on not giving up the big play when he does catch the ball in the secondary.
So 2nd and inches after that first down completion went just shy of the marker. They'll run it now out of the gun. He's got a first down and then some at midfield. And finally wrestled down at the 8-yard line. A big play that time for the Raiders. Give him 58 yards on the ground. Now it's Darnold. And that is caught. Touchdown, Raiders. Foster Moreau, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Raiders drive right down the field and score on the opening drive. Extra point splits the uprights, and it's now a 7-0 game. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This is taken at the 3. And he breaks it all the way out to the 38-yard line. Great return. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Come on, let's go. Hey, Steve 6. 59 is Mike. 59 is Mike. Check. 59.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. That's complete to John Ross. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down.
Here we go. Set. 15 line. 15 line. Rock it. Hey, Haywood. Hit it.
The former 2nd-round pick, this is Joe Mixon. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage.
Well, we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
Here we go. Watch the pass. X3. 218. Chopper. Hey, zoom. Check 59. Mike is 59. Ready?
2nd and 10. And a quick throw here. That's complete.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
And the Raiders call on a nickel set for 3rd down.
Hey, Charlie. Go. 3 buzz. Mike's 59. Mike's 59. Here we go. 5.
He'll look to throw. He sets to fire deep. And this is caught inside the 5. And he will reach the 5-yard line before going out of bounds. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. 1st and goal, and a chance to get that initial touchdown right back. They'll give it to Mixon, and he is in. Touchdown, Bengals. Joe Mixon, his 19th touchdown now on the season, as his guys are on the board here in this 1st quarter. Solid job up front. Really just a solid job all the way around to get that one in.
That was well executed, wasn't it? Well blocked, well run. End result, 6 points.
Touchdown. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline. Because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. Now Darnold throwing right, and that's complete. The pickup goes for 16 and a Raider first down. On 1st and 10, Darnold. And he whips that one incomplete there.
So it looked like maybe his 3rd or his 4th read on his progression. Just trying to find his outlet man that time. Ends up leading him just a bit too much.
So 2nd down, still 10 yards to go. Ball on the 43. To throw is Darnold. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
The positioning here is key. As a defensive back, you're taught 99% of the time, make a play on the football. But in this case, making a play on the man was all the difference. That's what forced the incompletion.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Darnold now to throw. And unable to connect. Incomplete. I'll give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning. Hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down. The field position game, such an overlooked facet, Charles, of an NFL game, but this offense, they're going to be pinned back. What an ideal punt.
An ideal punt, and it leads to that term complementary football, because them doing that puts their defense in a great spot, doesn't it? Gives them a chance. If they want to be aggressive, try and maybe get a safety out of this whole thing, it puts them in that position.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. And he's got it. Got his man on the in route. Complete. And he gets it to the 30 when it's all said and done. A good pickup there, 21 yards.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
You must be getting tired of seeing me. Smoke!
Out of the shotgun, they run with Mixon. And he'll be out of bounds right at the 40. It's a Bengal first down, a pickup of 11.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral. Also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
Mike is 59. Mike is 59. Watch the screen. 5. 59 is Mike. Hey. Check 59. Quit talking about General West. Mike 5'9. Mike 5'9. Steve Griffin.
They'll look to throw here on first down. Throwing left side here, and it's complete. And they'll get to him after a gain of 7 to the 47. Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3.
Go. Jam. On the ball. Snap.
From the gun to give to Mixon. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line.
At this stage of the game, the run-pass numbers are a little bit out of whack because most of the yardage has come through the air. But in a sense, that just sets things up for big runs like that because the defense might be a little bit off balance. They pick up another first down with that run.
So here's a 1st and 10 now in Raider territory at the 48-yard line.
Tighten up. Bravo. Mike is 50.
They'll look to throw. And he will find his big tight end over the middle. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. A Bengal 1st down on a 16-yard pickup there. This quarterback now already over 100 yards passing in just this first quarter. It's 1st and 10.
Mike spot 9.
They'll drop to throw. Over the middle, complete. That's McCarthy. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. They go back to the ground now with Mixon. And he'll be brought down at the 21, just shy of the 20 in the red zone.
It's a gain of 2. And the Bengals 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 21-yard line.
7-7, our score after 1.
The score tied 7-7.
Ready. 59. Mike's 59. Watch the run. Go. Banjo. Mike, check. Hey, wahoo. Check 59, Mike is 59.
Back to throw now on 1st down. High throw, but he makes the catch. Give him 9 there on the 1st down completion.
Complete to number 19. A gain of 9 brings up 2nd and 1 at the 12-yard
down.
line.
18 Gator. Pilot 64. Win. Ready.
On 2nd down, here's Mixon. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Not enough there for a first. No gain, as a matter of fact. And it leaves them at 3rd and 1. Ninth play coming up here on this drive. This is 3rd and a yard. They give to Mixon to try to pick it up. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Bengal TD. Joe Mixon with touchdown number 20 on the year, and the Bengals have taken the lead. And always a good 1st half when you can hit pay dirt twice.
And it never hurts to have that good feeling as the game moves on. Just think about halftime. If that's all he gets, he'll just sit there at the half and think, all right, 2 already. I can get some more. And it'll be encouraging his offensive line to create some space.
This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll get it up just past the 20, and his guys will go to work at the 21-yard line. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. That 7-0 lead of theirs is short-lived as they've now given up 2 straight touchdowns to fall behind by 7.
Yeah, but no cause for discouragement here. Yeah, they've fallen behind, but haven't they proven that they can go down and score? So what was the formula that got them down there the first time? Get back to something close to that, and maybe they can get this game tied up.
From the 21, it's 2nd and 10. Now a give, right side. Bass, and he'll get about 3 as he takes this up near the 25.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Force the incompletion on 1st down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on 2nd.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback on the expected passing situation.
Now a 3rd down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete.
It's always a goal, and it's really nice defensively when you can rally to the football and make sure there's enough contact to force an incompletion.
Force an incompletion and force another punt.
But it's always agonizing to me to see a guy make a mistake in this phase of the game because you can. It's all on him. All eyes there. He's got a chance to make a punt return, and instead he ends up putting it on the carpet.
Puts it on the carpet. The little rubber pellets shoot up. Never a good sign for a returner on this field turf surface.
No, not at all. And a bunch of them go up when they're all trying to get to the football, don't they?
Well, here's a good way to kick off a drive, complete over the middle. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. And a nice gain at 21 yards.
Hey, high 7. 59 Mike, 59 Mike. Check, 59. Watch the curl, watch the curl. Shoot.
On play action, they'll throw. He's got his man on the crossing route. And he takes us just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. That's now a pair of explosive plays in succession, both north of 20 yards. This quarterback now 10 of 10 to start the game. How about that? As he comes up on a 1st and 10. Now Joe Mixon. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair.
It's a tough one right there. He ran right into the teeth of the blitz as the linebacker was freed up in order to stuff that one for a loss. I think quarterbacks got to see that. Got to find a way to audible into something a little more advantageous.
Check, 59, 59. All day, all day. Hey! 59, Mike is 59, Mike to 59. Blue down.
2nd and 11. Quick hitter here, it's complete. They'll get him to the ground at the 20 following a pickup of 4.
Here we go. 15 line, 15 line. Go. Blue jaw corker. Hey, Alpha. I'm coming after you. Now.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. His throw caught right around the 6. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route.
Hey, come on up. Mike 5'9". Get it.
Now back to throw. And that is caught. He's got it for a Bengal touchdown. A 5-yard touchdown. Now the Bengals, they widen their lead.
The kicker on for the point after.
It took them an extra look, but they found out it is a touchdown indeed. The official says this one counts. Extra point right down the middle. And it's now 21-7. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line.
At their own 28-yard line.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory.
The Bengal pressure gets him that time. Down he goes.
Well, someone's been up to the task so far in this game. They are already up a couple of scores, Brandon, and guess what? I think they're just going to pin their ears back now and get upfield and get after the quarterback.
Been such an impressive first half to get that lead.
Kill. Red 80. Kill.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Darnold. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And he'll be tackled at the 23 after a gain of 3.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. And we remind you, coming up at the half, we'll join who, Charles?
The coach.
The coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Quentin Williams has now recorded 10 sacks on the season.
Brandon, what I remember most about playing with guys who knew how to rush the passer, they would just tell you, just cover people for me, just long enough for me to get there. And that's exactly what happened on that play.
Well, he wasn't too far from breaking that. Officially, Give him 15. And the Bengals will take over here, 1st and 10. The Bengals drive about to get going. And the ledger for them so far looks pretty good, doesn't it?
It certainly does. Touchdown, touchdown, touchdown. Not sure it can be much better than that. They've got to feel very good about the groove that they're in at this stage of the game.
Here's Joe Mixon as they start on the ground. And he'll get this up to about the 40. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
Now a toss left side into the hands of his tight end. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. It's a Bengal 1st down, a pickup of 11. This quarterback now closing in on a 200-yard first half through the air. It's 1st and 10. They're going to look to throw. Now that'll be tipped and intercepted. Picked off at the 39. And the return out shy of midfield to the 46-yard line. If you combine last week and this week, he's got a hat trick going because he had 2 interceptions a week ago.
He's seeing the ball so well and understanding where receivers are and positioning. I mean, just watching him work with such great technique and paying it off by actually catching the ball when he has a chance, he's helping his team in a huge way.
Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
He completes it to Stewart. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts as they stop it with 19 seconds to go in half number 1. Darnold now 5 out of 10, 50% throwing it. Not so hot, but he does have a 1st down. Now the Raiders going to go ahead and use the 2nd of their timeouts as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the 1st half. From the 36, Darnold. Incomplete, and we're down to 8 seconds now. Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down. Here's Darnold. He wants it all for the end zone. And the defense has it covered. It's intercepted. Picked off down at the 2. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the 1st half. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. Time for a final kneel down or a safe run, and then they can head to the locker room with a lead.
Yeah, or they can even run a screen. You know, something that feels somewhat safe that might actually pop and turn into a big play. That's what you usually run in this situation.
Or go 4 verticals because why not?
Because you're feeling it, right? You're just feeling it.
So we have come to halftime in what's already a 2-touchdown game. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. The Bengals set to receive. They have the lead and the football to begin quarter number 3. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Bengals drive about to get going. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Now they run with Mixon. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves them with a 2nd and 3.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point. Going to make that defense stand up and stop them. 2nd and 3. He gets this in the hands of Mixon. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. It's a Bengal first down, a pickup of 11. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front. Defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
They come out with 1 back and 3 tight ends. The 3 red zone trips, 3 touchdowns so far. They'll look for a 4th. And he takes it into the end zone. Touchdown, Bengals. A great effort there. His 11th touchdown of the year. And the Bengals, they widen their lead. Still plenty of time left in the game, but now starting to pull away a little bit. Get some breathing room with that one.
And I don't want people to think that NFL locker rooms are cookie cutter, that everyone's saying the exact same thing in every situation. But I do know that all 32 teams have an emphasis on starting fast. Game, the second half, no matter what. Well, it's first 5 minutes, first 3, whatever. This was a big score to start the second half.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And their halftime hole now even deeper. And they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger. But no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing. And try and get back to where you were to start the half.
Throwing on second down. Darnold. And he's got his man on the out route. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Darnold from the gun. And he will find his man on the outside. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. They'll fake the handoff. Now Darnold. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off around the 41. Well, when you start thinking of guys that are in the mix for Defensive Player of the Year, I think you use him as Exhibit A. Maybe he's not the leading guy right now, but he's at least on the periphery and deserves to be in the discussion.
And because of that, he's looking at a game today where in order to make that big move and maybe become the guy, he needs multiple takeaways, multiple big plays, things that get our attention and reverberate for weeks to come.
They'll come out throwing here on 1st down. He finds his running back, Mixon. And he is out of bounds right around the 10-yard line. What a play that turns out to be, 36 yards.
Just more of the same there, partner. Guys have just been running free in the secondary this entire game. No pass rush, a lot of passes completed. Been an easy day for him.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Escaping the pressure right. And he will not throw it away. He goes out of bounds, well shy of the line of scrimmage, so that's a sack. That really sets him back. A loss of 6. First down, a bit of a disaster, and now on 2nd and goal, back even further.
X3, 218, chop it. Hey. Hey, Charlie.
2nd and 15. And he's got it. Touchdown, Bengals. A 15-yard touchdown grab. And thanks to the interception, the Bengals offense cashes in with 6. And he's a little bit on the shorter side as a receiver. Maybe sometimes for the defense, tough to find the little guys, right?
Yeah, sometimes they get lost in the traffic, but usually what it means is that rather than just winning with height or even speed, they use their quickness to find a way to get open.
Well, tall, short, wide, skinny, whatever, there it results in a touchdown. This fielded at the 2. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32-yard line.
At their own 32-yard line.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. They've got to dig down deep. I mean, they need something right now, really anything to cling on to. This offense has struggled.
Partner, join me in a walk to their locker room at the half, okay? Because I think what we would have seen is an offensive coordinator and his assistant coaches getting together with all their positions, then coming together as a group, going over adjustments, and then the head coach coming in and just screaming, "Wake up. Let's get moving, guys."
I'm kind of glad we weren't in there at halftime, actually.
You think you might have turned it on us, too?
Yeah, but right now, whatever was said hasn't been working.
Recon, 132, 5.
On third down, it's Bass. 8 yards on the pickup there, and it moves the sticks.
Well, someone's been having a good game so far, and you know something? A lot of it's been power running. They decided to turn him loose again on third down, didn't they?
They did indeed. He delivered the tough yards.
Mike, 59, Mike, check, 59. Here we go.
On first down, Darnold. Catch made, it's Moreau. A good pickup there of 20 yards. Darnold now 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10. Faking the give, Darnold. Oh, he's going to let this go for the end zone. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee.
Sign. 59. Mike's 59. Tackles.
Out of the shotgun, here's Darnold. And that's going to be caught for a Raider touchdown. A 2-yard touchdown grab. And the Raiders make some inroads here on that deficit. Point after, right down the middle. And that will get them one closer. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. And now you've got the clock winding down here in the third quarter. You're 3 scores to the good. What's your approach on this drive?
Too early to fully commit to playing the clock game. Yet at the same time, you're also not going pell-mell like you would in 2-minute offense. This is what NFL offenses call 4-minute football. Take the clock out of the game a little bit, wind it down, but at the same time, keep advancing the ball down the field.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28.
6-6, pull it high. Here we go.
Here's a 2nd and 7. Looking deep downfield. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off near the 42. And the return out shy of midfield to the 46-yard line. And they needed a break. They needed to make a play here in the third quarter. Defensively, they did that. Now they got to go quickly and get some points on the board.
And the best part is that they made their own break. Taking the ball away. Now they just look at their offense and saying, guys,
let's go.
Come on, capitalize on this one.
Now a throw right side taken in here to start this drive. That one goes for 24 yards. Try to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. On first down, it's Darnold. Looking for his running back, and he's got him. And he'll be brought down on what's going to turn out to be the final play of this third quarter. Back now in Cincinnati. A lot of happy faces in the crowd at this point as their guys have a big lead here to start quarter number 4. Looking to throw again on second down. Darnold. And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about.
Check, check, 59. Hey, that QB's trash. Let's go.
They'll try and run for it on first and goal. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up second down. From back at the 4, here's second and goal. Now it's Darnold. And this is caught. Touchdown, Raiders. From 4 yards out. And the Raiders take advantage of field position on the turnover to cash this one in. Extra point splits the uprights, and that will shave one more off this lead. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This is taken at the 3. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32-yard line. The Bengals drive about to get going. Well, don't look now, but they've got a little bit of a battle on their hands again. Back to a 2-score game. The interception that led to a touchdown. You'd have to think they're a little more careful here if they do indeed try to throw the football.
Yeah, and I was a little surprised by the last throw. You know, that type of throw with this type of a game, I'm going to be very careful about it. Maybe the only throw you make is maybe a toss to your halfback or something like that. Otherwise, take care of the thing and finish this bad boy off.
60 Pittsburgh. Stay with your man. 5. Check 59.
Second and 6. Looking left side, and it's complete. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle comes at the Raiders' 38-yard line. They have the nice cushion. They just want to pour it on right now, still throwing the football.
And I know my background says, why do you need to do this? Just go ahead and run out the clock and get a win. But as many people pointed out to me, this is a video game, man. Go ahead and put the numbers up. Sportsmanship, not an issue.
Exercise those fingers.
A 3-yard pickup brings up second and 7.
The last run got 3. Now here's second and 7.
Check.
Again, it's Mixon. And an alley to run. 31 yards there and a first down.
He's still rumbling, isn't he? Still looking fresh in this one despite the heavy workload. But you and I both know, well-conditioned, and he did tell us that he thrives on being at his peak late in ball games.
A good chance now to put this game on ice. This is first and goal.
Go.
And they'll turn to a power game to try to get in. And he is in. Touchdown, Bengals. It's the fullback. His first touchdown on the year. Now the Bengals, they widen their lead. Well, they weren't messing around. First and goal, they don't do anything fancy. They just go to the fullback right away.
I like how you phrase that because oftentimes they come back to the fullback when it's late in the down and distance count, right? In this case, first down, let's go get it right now.
And he got it. 6 points on the board. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
No gain there on the completion. 2nd and 10. Had the completed pass, but for no gain, stopped right at the line, so it's 2nd and 10. To throw is Darnold. Now they go screen. It's complete. And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line.
I thought that wasn't a bad time to call the screen. I thought late game, down on the scoreboard, had to figure they were expecting a pass downfield.
Well, so the edge rushers, they're coming. That could have hit big. You're right. Good recognition defensively to snuff that one out. Just a 1-yard pickup there, and it'll be 4th down.
Well, they got off the field on 3rd down. An excellent job, an excellent defensive series. We always talk about adjustments, and usually only at halftime. But the best teams adjust series to series. And on that series, they adjusted so well that they got the job done in fine style.
Got to do better.
They snap it. They're going for it. Here's Darnold. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off around the 41. And that one was relatively easy to see. I noticed that from up here.
Yeah, it doesn't take a whole lot, does it? Sometimes you get multiples. What I always love on these offsides is when each side points at the other. Hey, you did it. No, you did it. They deciphered that one correctly.
And here we go on 4th. Darnold. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And this is going to be incomplete. The Raiders try it on 4th down, but to no avail. And the Bengals are going to get it back in terrific field position.
Let's go. 60 outlaw. Bravo. Pro team spell. Lead grip. Lead grip.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. He's going to find his tight end. That's Chris Herndon. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. That one good for 15, and the Bengals get a 1st down.
Well, how about this aggressive approach? Got the lead, 4th quarter, continuing to throw the football. Are you thinking about Super Bowl 51? Atlanta had the lead against New England, and they ended up giving it up?
I was going to say don't say it, but you did say it.
I did, didn't I?
Yeah, anybody watching Atlanta, our apologies. Give him 9 there on the 1st down completion.
It's a gain of 9. Brings up 2nd and a yard at the 2-yard line.
That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1.
It's our time.
Snake, Delta.
Come on, switch it. 59 Mike, 59 Mike. Check.
Get it.
2nd and 1. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. Something we haven't really seen much of from him, an incomplete pass.
Yeah, last week he finished at 70%. This week he's up over 80%. I don't know how you slow him down. Pass rush is usually the best way because a quarterback on his back usually can't complete a pass.
The Bengals on 3rd down. A perfect 3 for 3 as they look to keep that streak going. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. Mixon, he's not going to get there. That won't even be close. It was blown up in the backfield. Nothing doing on 2nd and 3rd down after that 9-yard gain on 1st. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Bengals in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They've got a 4th down here in a game that looks to have been decided already. So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the 4th.
And you know in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said, and now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride.
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, "Who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time." But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
And he's going to be intercepted a third time. Picked off at the 38. But he will bring it back. It's a pick six for a Bengals TD. Now remember, this is the #1 defense in the National Football League. There's a good example of why.
Shows that they set an aggressive tone, not just stopping the run, not just getting after the quarterback, but the ball's in the air. They treat it like they're the receivers, and they went after that one and took it all the way.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. They are just obviously getting shellacked here in this one, Charles. What's the message if you're a coach for this final drive in a lopsided game like this? And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off at the 25. And they have the football and will take over at the 24-yard line. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. And a few kneel downs should just about do it. Now, defensively, they do have all 3 timeouts, but very little reason to use them at this point.
Here we go. 30 base.
Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 23-yard line.
Hit it.
And they'll indeed take a knee. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play. So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long.
Ready.
The defense can stop it twice more as they take a knee here. Now the Raiders going to go ahead and use the 2nd of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 35 seconds left to go. And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. Yeah, he was looking for the checkup bounce, didn't get it. That scoots all the way into the end zone now for a touchback. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. Let's just be frank. They're playing for pride at this point.
That's all that's left, because victory, not a chance now. And I can't wait to see how they actually go about doing it, because there are a lot of people watching the body language of the guys on the field now, and if they call plays they want executed, they need to do that and do it really well. Otherwise, there could be repercussions.
We'll see how they handle the waning moments of this one. And the first play of the drive there is incomplete. So line of scrimmage still at 39 on 2nd and 10. Off of play action, Darnold. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Carl Lawson in there to get him. Sack number 14 for him on the year. A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory. And the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week. We'll just keep winning.
They will gratefully accept them, won't they? It makes their job that much easier when they're scoring that many points. Allows them to play with a totally different style and a different flow.
So for Cincinnati, they're now a win away from a perfect regular season as they move to 15-0. And they will hit the road next week to take on the LA Chargers. Meanwhile, for Oakland, it's a bad time of year to take a loss like this as they drop to 10-5. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports.